Welcome to the Mizzle and Dub show where they know sports. If you wanna know about sports, this is where you go. Welcome to the Mizzle and Dub show where they know sports. If you wanna know about sports, this is where you go.
First down, touchdown, first down, touchdown, yeah, first down, touchdown, yeah, first down, touchdown, yeah, first down, touchdown, yeah.
And no, he is not running for president.
No, hell no. I would never want to run this damn country. Fuck that shit.
But nonetheless, we are back once again for number 191 of the Mizzle and Dub show. He is T'Challa from Wakanda, and I'm just a kid from Brooklyn with no hair.
Yeah, that's great.
But I am Steve Rogers. Anyhow, 191, lots of things to discuss as we are less than 24 hours. Well, I mean, not less, but we are just about 20 plus 30 plus hours. Basically, the draft's tomorrow. So
there you go. That's a better way to put it. Quit trying to be technical.
Well, I mean, if I want to be technical, I could go. Well, Doctor Strange.
There we go. Well, technically, this is the third greatest character that I like. We all know who number one is. It's Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne is always going to be number one. Number two is Mr. Wade Wilson. And it's like between Spider-Man and Black Panther, that would be 3A. They would be like 3A, 3B. It's just too many darn characters, you know. But that would be my. And we already know how I feel about Logan.
Well, round it out. Who's your fifth?
Voltron. No, if I had to pick the
Only you.
If I had to pick a fifth, it would have to become between Storm and Rogue. You're fired, cousin. You're fired. You, sir, are fired. He is the third best Spider-Man ever. It's no comparison. It's Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, and then that piece of crap that you just said right there. His rendition of the Black Spider-Man was horrible. It was horrible.
Actually, horrible. I would put him fourth. You know who I would put third?
Talk to me.
The voice from the Fox cartoon in the 90s.
Oh, well, see, now that's just going to be like 1A. That was our childhood. That's going to be like 1A right there. I didn't know we were putting voice actors in there. I just thought we were talking about just actors, period. But yeah, that's like 1A.
Whoa. Because
that's what you like, then cool. Not going to argue with you. Won't argue with you.
I just want
a lot of people do like Toby. I don't know how, but
please explain. Please explain.
And I've watched every Spider-Man movie ever made. Tom Holland is the only one that was comic book technically accurate. And you know what? It's nice to have somebody that looks the Spider-Man that they're portraying. Tobey Maguire was old as shit playing Spider-Man. You know, so I mean, how old was Kristen Dunst? Wasn't she like damn near close to 30?
Yeah, I mean,
at least the Tom Holland Spider-Man was kind of age. Whatever. Everybody has their preference. My preference is Tom Holland. Greatest one. Greatest. Well, that's some strong words right there. I wouldn't say legendary. Whew. Again, everybody has their thing. That's what we should do, Dub. We should get all our nerd buddies together, and we should have a who's the best Spider-Man. Boy, can you imagine that conversation with nobody get a fucking word in?
It would just be like this. And if you know the meme, you know what I'm talking about. You know. Exactly. You know.
But I'll say this, cuz I'll give you the I'll give you this. As much as I didn't like Tobey Maguire, the last Spider-Man movie where all three of them was in the movie, that shit was dope. I will say that. Still don't like Tobey Maguire, but him being in the movie with Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland and their versions helping through, that was good storytelling. That's good cinema, ladies and gentlemen. You put in a character in a movie to where I don't like that character at all, but I still enjoyed the movie because I literally booed when Tobey Maguire came into the scene. You can act. Anybody that went with me, I booed the shit out that scene. That's how much I don't like that motherfucker. Okay. You know, I take on all debates. This is why we do this show, for everybody to make their comments. And if I don't like it, I'll give you my 2 cents about it, but I'll still respect your comment. You know, but you're like Martin said, respect my house, respect our show. But yeah, all three of them together was spectacular. I mean, I can watch that one. I can watch Tom Holland's all movies like from start to finish. Matter to clear my mind tonight, I might have to watch that. Not clear my mind in a negative way, you know, just want to decompress. Not saying that this is going on too serious around here, you know. But yes. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 191 of the Mizzle and Dub. Damn, 191, brother.
Well, heck, at the rate we're going, we might be at 200 by the end of the week.
Hey, but you know, this is where we pick up on our shows when playoffs kicks around, when certain sports get real into their playoffs or seasons. Yeah, this is where we pick up. You know, our football is always our bread and butter. That's where we kick ass. If you ever know anything about the show, but we try to keep up with everything while football has its little off season, which this guy. Football goes by so fast. It's like we get it and it's gone. You know, so yes. Yeah. I might have to
because it's must win every week when it comes to the game that throws that old pigskin around called football. I mean, that's just the way it is. You know.
Well, you know, especially when you get 162 games of baseball, you can kind of not. We can talk about baseball, but once October comes around, we will pick up the shows for baseball. We'll pick up because we'll be talking about the pennant races and everything like that. Well, the play, as baseball has a play-in tournament. You know, but we just appreciate everybody sticking with us for 191 shows. And what we're coming up, is this year 4?
Yes. Brian's birthday is year number 4, yes.
Wow. And you people love us because you keep coming back.
Right. But nonetheless, now, before we get into what we're going to talk about, I'll tell you what, the Detroit Lions.
We're not there. We're not there yet, Tequila. We're not there yet. That we have a few more months before we get to year number 4. But I
Still got
will
two more
say
months to go.
salute to the tequila.
Detroit
Here's
Lions.
to you.
The Detroit Lions making sure their the Detroit Lions making sure that their people get paid and get paid very, very well, as Mr. Amaral St. Brown and Mr. Sewell got nice contract extensions to remain in the Motor
But
City
well deserved.
in Detroit.
Well deserved.
For Mr. St. Brown, he gets a nice 4-year deal for, I believe it is $112 million.
120.
Mizzle
Thought it was
continues to
120,
freeze, or
77.
it could be me freezing. I don't know.
I thought it was 120, 77 million guaranteed. Yeah, boy. So, technology is giving us the blues right now, as I'll piggyback what was talking about with Amon Brown getting that contract, which, as he said, was 4 years, 120 million, with 77 million guaranteed just to sign his name on the dotted line. That's going right into his bank account, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't think that's no incentives or anything like that. He gets, and I believe he'll finish out that contract for sure. He'll definitely finish the contract. But the Detroit Lions, they were a couple of plays away from getting to the Super Bowl. If they would have just played their game. I mean, I guess they played their game, but did they really play their game? As my angry brother comes back from his hiatus from technology, giving him the boot.
Outside of what I went through on the Other Side of the Ball podcast today and what I'm going through right now,
that was funny though.
I really want to take a bat to my modem right now, because this is how I'm feeling right about now. I'm like Bernie Mac. I'm sick of it. Sick of
it. Hey, but before we chime into everything, can we give a congratulations to the NBA for getting the shit right? Which they should have never taken away from him in the first place. But now, since we're gonna since we're now gonna recognize that he's the winner, and kudos to Vince not accepted because they tried to offer him the Heisman because he was the runner-up to Reggie Bush. But kudos to him, and kudos to the NCAA for getting it right. And we are now recognizing Reggie Bush as the Heisman Trophy winner, which is rightfully deserved because that young man was out there putting his heart and soul on that football, that dreaded team called USC.
Well, actually, some of us never stopped recognizing him. Some of us never stopped recognizing him as the.
Well, yeah. Well, yes, but I'm just saying. I mean, we don't mean nothing. You know, it's good that now he can walk. He can be up there on the stage now. You know, when they announced the Heisman Trophy winner, he is now part of the, which rightfully so he should have always been, because you can, besides Vince Young, you cannot tell me what anybody was doing on a college football field on a Saturday what Reggie Bush was doing. And we're not just talking about him playing running back. We're talking about special teams, running back, wide receiver, whatever you needed that, excuse me, that just the moves, just to answer that, cuz is because the NCAA do all investigations, you know that. So Reggie Bush's stepdad was taking money from boosters without Reggie Bush even knowing. Did Reggie Bush know what was going on with him and what his stepdad was doing?
I don't know, but I know that he didn't touch the money.
Yeah, Reggie Bush had nothing to do with what was going on with basically whatever the stepdad was doing. Reggie Bush had no acknowledgement. And so once the NCAA about that, you know there's strict rules about taking gifts and stuff like that. They strip you of anything that you're. So, but like I said, kudos to them for doing the right thing because Reggie had nothing to do with what would happen, and it's good that he gets back in the fraternity. So I just wanted to get that out there before I forgot. So let's get this bad boy, get us going.
But you know what though?
Yes.
As much as he did some idiotic stuff off the field,
oh, of course.
I'm not talking about Reggie Bush. I'm going somewhere different. But kudos to Johnny Manziel for taking a stand and saying, you know what? If you're not going to honor and recognize Reggie Bush, I'm not coming.
Yes.
Kudos to him
100%.
for taking a stand like that because
100%.
Because I mean, he took a stand. There were some others, of course. His teammate Matt Leinart took a stand. He's on. Even Tim Brown took a stand, talking about if you don't recognize Reggie, I'm not coming. So I mean, kudos to him for taking a stand. But for Mr. Reginald Bush, back in the Heisman Trophy,
good.
His trophy once again rewarded and given to him. Kudos to him. But
yeah.
Now into the thick of things. We keep saying this on this show, and by God,
if you don't believe it,
I mean you see it on my headline. The culture continues to win, and again, I can't.
What did I text you though? What did I text you in the first quarter? What did I text you in the first quarter?
Hold on. Stand by. Well, first, he asked, does he coach the one? I said, I don't know. That's a tough one. But we know they will give everything they got. He said facts. Then, at 5:42 p.m., he says, heat culture. I said, agreed. He says, the culture is real. I said, yes, it is. Once again, as I've said on this program more than once in previewing the playoffs, I said, by God, out of all the teams for Boston, when they saw that they had to play the Miami Heat, they're like, why? It's like how you feel about it's like how you feel about John Cena. Damn it, go away.
Just fucking retire, bro. Just you're like a little fucking net that just won't go away.
Well, that's the Miami Heat to the Boston Celtics. And tonight, once again, Heat coach. Now, granted,
just like this happened. Did this happen last year, brother? I think this happened last year. Wasn't Jimmy Butler hurt the first two games and the first one? And then, the Heat took game one. And I believe the Celtics took game two. Am I correct?
No. The Heat were up 3-0 on.
That's right.
Could have won game 6, but it was a great shot maker. But I think it was White that made the game-winning shot.
Yes, I do remember that.
That forced the game 7. But Miami won game 7 on the parquet floor in Boston. So if it goes to game 7, Miami has proven they can win on the parquet floor. They just did it a year ago. If the Miami Heat,
how does a Celtic fan feel right now? How does a Celtic fan feel right now that they were screaming they wanted the Sixers? Because let's be real, I mean that would have been a clean sweep if I believe. Because without a healthy Joel Embiid, I don't think we see what the Knicks are doing right now to us. But when they found out when they saw the Sixers win that play-in game, I knew and know that they were like, damn it. They don't want to see the Heat. I don't want to see the Heat. If you go back and look at our previous shows, you would see that even I was not playing the Heat. I don't even know how we pulled that game out because even Jimmy Butler on one leg was still kicking our ass.
Scored 19 points.
On one leg.
Scored 19.
So imagine if he had both his legs.
But again, it does help when you do hit
23
from downtown behind the
20.
arc, when you shoot 53% from 3-point range, that normally will help your chances of winning a basketball game. And like I said,
let me say this real quick too, Dub, before I forget, before we end the show, because I know a little. And I'll be giving you a shout out or a text later on, actual day. But while we're doing the show, I want to let my young mama years and handling this and standing on business, ladies and gentlemen. 24 years old and standing on business, taking care of his baby. So, proud man, continue to do what you're doing. And we big man, love you.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But the final score was the Heat 111, the Celtics 101. Like I said, Tyler Hero is playing like a man possessed because remember, Tyler Hero missed out on this run last year. He got hurt in the first game, did not come back, and he's been playing like a man. He had 24 to lead Miami, 24, 14 assists, 5 rebounds. The whole starting five for Miami was in double figures. Hero had 24. Hero had 24. Bam had 21. Caleb Martin had 21. Jovic had 11. Jaquez Jr. had 14. Robinson gave you 6. Highsmith gave you 9. Wright gave you 5 off the bench. Now, I always talk about, just imagine if they had Jimmy Butler. But also at the same time, just imagine if they had Josh Richardson and Terry Rozier.
Stop it. My Sixers would be.
If you add those 3 players I just named. Now Richardson unfortunately had shoulder surgery. Rozier is battling neck spasms. But if you add those 2 plus Jane, if you are the Boston Celtics, you might be like, oh damn it, not again. However, if somehow the Miami Heat that went 46-36 during the regular season, if they somehow pull off the upset, somehow we both got kicked out. Man, I've about had it with technology tonight, folks. No, the series is tied 1 game apiece. Boston took game 1, Miami took game 2 tonight, and now the next 2 games are on the friendly confines of South Beach. But the thing is, Miami just wanted to get 1, and they get it. But again, as I was saying before, technology just continues to be rude as I'm waiting for Mizzle to return. As you're watching episode 191 of the Mizzle Dub Show, Double A here with you. As I'm waiting on Mizzle to return, the Miami Heat shot 53% from 3-point range, made 23 of 43. So they missed half of what they put up, but still shot 53% from the floor. Tyler Hero's been playing outstanding, but if the Miami Heat if we're talking hand-to-hand combat, it's about as even as you want it to be. Now, if they're using their weapons and Blade is using his katana, it's still even because they're both superior in hand-to-hand combat. So that'll be That'll be like Thor versus Hulk or Hulk versus Wolverine. It's never ending. It's never gonna end.
Wait. Okay, let me answer this question now because what I'm reading right now. This is almost like trying to compare LeBron James to Michael Jordan. One person can die, another one can't, unless he doesn't have his serum. One's human and one is not. That's not a fair fight. Even though he's the greatest detective in the world and he's the smartest motherfucker in the world. Even though some way, somehow, I believe Batman will find a way to take out Blade. But let's be honest and be real. It's a vampire versus a human. A daywalker at that. All of their strengths, but none of their weaknesses.
I just said they're even in hand-to-hand combat. That's all I said.
Who has a supernatural strength?
Oh, Daywalker.
That's not a fair question. I'm sorry. This is one of those questions. It's like people talk about LeBron and Jordan. You're going to have the LeBron fans, and then you're going to have the Jordan fans.
Well, here's the problem that I have with those people. They're two different style of players. Why can't you just appreciate their greatness for what it is from both men? That's what.
And I agree to that. But when you have these sports shows, brother, because see, we don't do it. When they don't have nothing to talk about, let's bring up LeBron's legacy and Jordan's legacy. Or when the Lakers don't have a great game and now they want to tarnish LeBron's legacy, that's when they want to bring up, well, Jordan didn't do this. LeBron does this. It's old.
Well,
it's old.
Like I said on somebody's certain page that was bashing LeBron, this is what I said. I said, so it's LeBron's fault that Austin Reeves shot the ball crappy. It's LeBron's fault that Hachimura shot the ball crappy. It's LeBron's fault disappeared. Okay.
No.
So is it LeBron's fault that Anthony Davis couldn't guard Jokic and got busted in his eye by Jamal Murray? So it's LeBron's fault.
But he's the bigger superstar, brother. You know that. He is the whole team. And you know what? And you know what? And you know what I love about certain people, and nobody brings this up. Doesn't it always happen in certain big moments? LeBron James always passes the ball. In that game, he had a chance to shoot that 3-pointer to win the game, and he passed it up. But we don't talk about that though. But then people can say Jordan passed the ball to Kerr. Well, yeah, Jordan wasn't wide the fuck open like LeBron was. Jordan made the right pass. If you want to consider yourself but has Jordan made the big shot? Yes, LeBron has made a big shot this at the third. But my ninja, you in the playoffs. You're arguably the best person on this planet. You're the king. That moment right there. You make that, you shoot. Even if you miss it, cool. You're the king.
Hell, Jimmy Butler would have taken the damn shot.
Jimmy Butler took a 3-pointer and all he needed was 2 to go to overtime. But he wasn't having that shit. I'm trying to win this game. That is the mentality that separates LeBron from Jordan. Jordan had that mentality to kill you, a.k.a. what Kobe became once he put on that 2-4. I'm ripping your soul. You step on this court with me, I don't care if you're a teammate of mine or not. I am going to rip your soul because I'm trying to win. Win. If you're arguably the best, considered the best damn player in the world, you shoot the ball and you live or die because the ball is in your hand. As much as I despise, well, it's a different analysis because he has to have the ball in his hand. But I think that, and I'm glad I got a shot of tequila when I say this. Did you think Tom did not want the ball to make that throw to put his team above? Like I said, I know it's a different analogy because it's a quarterback. They always got to have the ball in their hand. But You're still arguably the best player in the world. And you pass up that 3-pointer shot. Because guess what? You make
it. Shoot it.
Shoot it. Game. Blouses. Pancakes.
Good.
Okay.
Good. We're going to call this play Computer Blue.
You know, I don't like LeBron at all. And I'm sitting here trying to give him some form of something. You shoot the ball. Hell, I'd shot it. But enough about LeBron James, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again to the show. A great person, a great friend, great family member. Our good friend, Mr. Steve Dugan. Welcome.
And our basketball insider.
Yes, indeed.
So, and hello to Mrs. Dugan as well.
we were just looking at like, did y'all actually hear her? But that answers the question.
We heard it.
I just couldn't say nothing because I was sipping. But yeah,
No, I caught it. I caught it. Okay, so.
Hello, Miss Dugan.
Hi.
There it is.
She is saying hello and listening to all the banter.
If you ever need to give her a call. She'll definitely hook you up.
So here we go again. Boston is saying, why can we not get rid of these bastards that are the Miami Heat, as the Heat win 111-101 here in Game 2, as the Heat make 23 3-pointers to even this series as it head back to Miami. Steve, when you have an opponent like this that you've seen for a third consecutive postseason series, and it's like anybody but them, what is going through your mind if you're the Boston Celtics, which many people thought that this series should have ended in a sweep, but at least we know it's guaranteed to go 5 by way of the Heat winning Game 2. But I guess this is a two-part question. First part is, what does this do for Miami, number one? And number two, is it starting to mess with the Celtics' psyche? And the floor is yours.
You know what? We won't. The second question we won't know until Game 3. Like your thing says, the culture continues, and it's kind of funny. I almost feel like Boston's are seeing the ghost of their past, because I really cannot think of a franchise that had a culture being this long and whatever it is from up and downs. This is really the way, except for the good old Celtics of the 50s and 60s, where you came in and you knew your role and that was it, and you got elevated when somebody retired. This Miami team, there's nothing to it. It's just they're not going to give up. And what Boston can do, well, this is why you got all that firepower. This is why you got all this. It's time to really show, are you guys ready for that next step? I mean, that's just the truth. You made it to the finals. You lost to the Warriors. Yeah. Boston's probably feeling a little shaky right now because we all know. Well, I can't say that. Miami went up 3-0, and then Boston did this and everything. It's your nemesis. It's the Jordan versus the Pistons. It was the Pistons versus Boston. It's Sacramento somewhat versus the Lakers. The Sacramento didn't get all the you can look down the history. Indiana versus the Heat. Everybody had that team that either you overcame them or you didn't, and eventually your team broke up. So the real question for Boston, you really want to win this championship, you really that team, you got to take down a team that ain't trying to give up. Miami is the defending Eastern Conference Finals champions. They're the defending champ, and
Yes,
they ain't going down without a fight. So they're just reminding you, they're going down. And even if you look at this game, look at the numbers. All these 23 threes and all this, it was still a 10-point game. Boston, you can look at that. Look at all the shooting they did and everything else. We only lost by 10. That's probably their best game. And yeah, we can even say their best player is not there, but this is what happened. So Boston, take that in. Now get on the road and knock them out. Show you have that heart of a champion. I don't know. You got Drew. Drew's over there, so maybe he can be the one to say, hey, this is how you take care of business. This is how you do it. because you're leaning on Tatum and Brown, and as much as talent as they have, and as far as they gone, it's always a 6-7 game series with them. So somebody might be over there like, no, let's knock this out and be done with 5. Let's don't give them no hope. Whether
Well,
that happens or not, I don't know.
there
Pat Riley
wasn't
says I ain't gonna do that.
no. Well, I mean, there really wasn't much help for Boston because out of the 101 points, Tatum and Brown scored 61 of them. So, and there was only 3 Celtics in double figures, which was obviously Brown, White, and Tatum. Porzingis did not show up tonight as he shot the ball 1 of 9 shooting, didn't make a 3. Tatum scored 28, but it was a high volume of 28, took 20 shots. Brown scored 33, but it was a high volume. He put up 23 shots. But let me ask you this question. At least we know it's guaranteed. If somehow the Miami Heat does it again to a 64-win Boston team, what does Brad Stevens do with this roster? Because obviously a lot of people thought that losing Marcus Smart was going to hurt. But then you signed Drew Holiday. And then you
Drew Holiday saved him for that. That was going to be your problem, but Drew Holiday saved him.
Okay. But if Miami somehow does it again, which they are very capable of doing, because again, Mickey Arson, Pat Riley, Eric Spoelstra, this is the way we do it. You either get on board or you will not be in this organization and you will not be on this team. If they somehow do it again, what does Brad Stevens do since he's now in charge of basketball operations in Beantown?
The easy answer is you break up the team, which it's the easy answer because you got to think these guys. I mean, let's look about these guys were rookie when the main stars were supposed to be Kyrie Irving and what's that white boy now over in Oklahoma City not doing anything? Oh, Gordon Hayward. Remember, they were rookies not supposed to be doing anything. It was supposed to be Gordon Hayward coming off his Utah contract, which rightfully so he deserved. He was balling, and Kyrie Irving together. Gordon Hayward got hurt in the preseason, messed his leg up, and ain't never been since. We all know what Kyrie Irving did. And these guys were just rookies going in and been in the playoffs every year, going deep runs in the playoffs every year, 6-7 games. You finally make it to the finals, and you just come up pretty short because of turnovers with the Warriors. You would easily say, yes, you would easily say this team has ran its course, and you break it up. I would also say sometimes maybe not. If you got these guys running back again, or if you're going to go ahead, because you already signed Brown, so are you really going to give up Tatum? If you're going to really give up Tatum, okay, you feel that confident in Brown, what are you going to get? What role players or stars are you really going to get that's going to complete that team? I'm not the biggest fan of Tatum. That's just me being a Tar Heel fan. But if you really give him up, what are you getting in parts that's going to make him whole? Now, granted, Tatum's not the best player because he wants to be Kobe, but don't have the mind frame to be Kobe. But I got to give him credit where credit is due. He at least gives you 28 points a game. He is capable of scoring. And maybe if he did become like Kobe and actually use your mid-game range, there might be something unstoppable. Kobe even gave you a damn spot outside when he was alive and told you how to drive to the basket and cut here. And you actually listened to it at one time. But that's my thing. You're going to give up on Tatum and get what? That's the question Brad Stevens has to ask. Am I really going to get something else that's going to complete this team? Or, yeah, we just got to really run this back and make sure we do whatever. I don't know.
Also, Tatum's not consistent. He'll give you a good first half, and then he'll totally disappear in the second half and not score a single fucking point. He's had games like that. Matter of fact, I think the last game he had, not the playoff game they just played, but the last one, he had a good first half, and he totally disappeared. I mean, he still won.
So let me ask both of you gentlemen this question. if Brad Stevens does decide to break it up, who will they build it around? Will they build it around Jaylen Brown? Or will they build it around Jason Tatum? Now, I know Steve just said that they just extended Jaylen Brown, but if you decide to break it up and build around the one guy, which one of those two do you build it around? Do you build it around number 0 or do you build it around number 7? But, I mean, something has to give for the Celtics because, again, the Heat have been their thorn in the side. And, I mean, well, it's a big decision. I mean,
we'll put it like this. Luckily, we ain't got to worry about it. Right now. Heat culture is heat culture. Even heat culture has to kind of look at what are we doing. I mean, because they got to start looking right now. Hey, Jimmy, yeah, we'll keep Jimmy. We know what we're doing. They're gonna Bam. We're gonna try to keep him around. Tyler Hill is up in the air. I mean, we know Pat has no problem trading people. He might be like, hey, Tyler, you had a great playoff series. Good. If your value's up, we're getting rid of you. We need to bring in some other people. Because guess what? Not their fault. Miami had that run last year. People that were on the bench and making minimum got paid for their rewards, and he didn't really capitalize on it. But we also know Pat Riley. I'll go ahead and say he's the second greatest general manager of all time. He ain't ever getting past Jerry West. But, Pat's going to start looking around how to rebuild this team, how to restructure. He has no problem like, hey, somebody ain't working out, maybe too old. I got to move on. But Miami may have already ran his course. You got to that finals. You got to 2 finals in, 5 years? Yeah. Couldn't capture it? Hey, it is what it is. You got there. But Boston might have another. I would almost say right now, I'm just thinking about unless something tragic, I would run this team back. It's just, I would. And now, if they lose to Miami, I get the questions. But if they make it to the conference final, NBA final, run the team back. What else do you got out there? Who's the biggest free agent you gonna try to get and bring in or anything? Like Dub, like you said, you would probably want to do it around Brown because he's gonna cost you less. Because we know Tatum's about to be the highest paid player, and really the only one that's gonna pay him that high is Boston. But okay, is Brown really that one you want to go to, or no? Let me say Tatum, send Brown out because Brown can now show if he's really that person. And it's going to be easier to get value back for Brown more than Tatum, maybe.
I think the only executive you can put above Jerry West, the only person I can think of is Red Auerbach. That's the only one.
Totally agree.
Fair enough, but Red didn't have to really deal with free agency. That's why I don't put him up there. He was smooth in getting players. I'll give you that. He was smooth in getting players.
I love that. I love that analogy, Steve. I love that.
If you're talking about that. Now, if you're talking about just in the free agent era, no question. The logo is the GOAT, without question.
No. I mean, that was back in the days when you just draft locally. I take this player. You didn't do a free agency, and then I move you on when it's time to move you on. But I give Red his credit. He drafted well and spotted talent. I will give you that. But no, what Jerry West did, he not only spotted talent, he found a way to get talent, especially when he was in LA. But I'm not even giving him his LA credit. We all seen what he did in Memphis. That team was nothing till Jerry West got there and turned them into a playoff team. I'm not even gonna mention his what we call it, just not active role. I'm an advisor and what he did with the Warriors and the Clippers.
Because I want to say you almost stole my thunder. The Warriors don't get Kevin Durant without Jerry West. Flat out. Jerry West not there. Warriors don't get KD.
Not just that. They don't.
Oh well, they don't get Clay.
They don't.
They definitely don't get Clay.
Thompson if Jerry
exactly.
West is not there.
Yep.
That man is like because didn't he go back to somebody else? I know he went to. Isn't he advising another team right now, or is he taking a break?
He's with the Clippers. At last I checked.
Yeah. I think he is with the Clippers.
Okay, he's still there. Okay. I thought he left there and he went somewhere else, but he might still be there and he advising as best he can.
Well, he wins. Dub, you want to advise us on this question? You want to lead us into it?
Is way of cultures almost as it is course and organizations are just worried about winning or still? Well, as long as Pat Riley is a part of the Miami Heat,
that culture is going to be real.
Heat culture is always going to be about winning because that's just what Pat Riley is. Pat Riley is he's about winning. He's about he is about putting the best team out there together.
He's a disciple.
Yes.
He is a disciple of Jerry West.
He is a disciple. Not just that.
He won with Jerry. He won with Jerry. They know what to win. Yeah, it's about winning. Now, you also got to think that goes back to the '60s and everything else about building that. Are there other places that kind of do it? Maybe, but not like to that extreme. I mean, the next place
Warriors
you could say that is
Warriors got that kind of culture.
The next GM that I would say that is good is OKC, but their problem's always going to be about keeping their talent. But boy, do they know how to draft it.
Well, until Bob Myers was an excellent GM until he retired, and I believe Dunleavy Jr. is going to be just as good as well because he was under Bob Myers when he was there. So,
Mike, I put it to this: Mike, he might get there, but he's going to get thrown under the fire for the next couple of years because he's going to have to be the one to break up the dynasty.
No,
that's not easy.
That is a good analogy for sure.
Bob Myers like, "Ooh, I'm getting out of here. I ain't going to deal with this aftermath."
That's a good way.
Got the ring.
You saying that Bob Myers took the Pete Carroll role, huh? Bob Myers
he got out of there because Mike Dunleavy don't have to do with that. And you know that fan base when y'all start losing everything.
Well, I ain't going nowhere. I'm still gonna wear my colors, even if we're gonna get our ass kicked, like I did during the Danny Fortson and Brian Cardinal, Larry Hughes years with Antoine Jamerson.
Do you remember when we had a guy by the name of Troy Murphy
with that big Triple H nose?
You damn right. Okay, I've been a fan, like we said on the previous show, to where it was Martin Luther King Day, and it happened to fall on my birthday, which is rare when that happens. And we go to the Coliseum. And normally when you go to a Warrior game, you don't sit in this area. You go sit where you can. So in my mind, I'm thinking we're going to the normal area. We're moving lower. We're going lower. And we're going lower. And I'm like, and there's nobody at the goddamn arena. It doesn't matter. It's my birthday. My parents took me out to watch the Warriors on my birthday, and we got good low seats. Of course, they got their ass whipped, but it doesn't matter. I was there. So I was there when there was no butts in the seats. I'm never going to abandon the Warriors. It's just not going to happen. It would never happen.
I went to a Warriors preseason game at the dang Shark Tank in San Jose.
That's loyalty right there.
I saw
that's all I'm saying.
I saw Latrell Sprewell before he choked PJ go off against the Denver Nuggets.
I've seen Latrell Sprewell live. It ain't nothing like it. He's a tremendous player. I've seen Tim Hardaway live. Chris Mullin.
Long as y'all fans give Mike Dunleavy a fair shake because he has to do the inevitable. He's gonna have to break that team up one way or the other.
Well, between me and Dub, we're going to be the ones that's going to give him his fair shake because, we know what he inherited right now. He inherited something that Bob Myers has built with Kerr. And so he's going to – of course, he made it – did he draft yet? Who did he draft this year? DiVincenzo?
He drafted Trace he drafted Trace Jackson Davis and he drafted Brandon Pozinski.
Pozinski, not DiVincenzo, Pozinski. Definitely two good staple players that have contributed this year. So that's a good start. Now let's see what he can do with the free agency.
Like I've already said, I'd take those four: Moody, Kuminga, Jackson Davis, and Pozinski. Let that be your core four going forward when the three wise men get out. Because, like I said, only Wardell has earned the right to leave on his own terms with the Warriors.
Damn right.
Draymond Green, too much drama. I don't need that with that.
Yeah, he can go right now.
I don't need that with those. I don't need that making an impression on my four young Lions. I don't need that.
Yeah.
Yes, basketball IQ tremendous. Yes, tremendous defensive quarterback, but your actions are becoming detrimental to the team now. Okay, Klay Thompson, I'll welcome you back, but you're not worth the max contract that you want. And until you are willing to accept the fact that you're now just a spot up shooter bench player to come off the bench and give points. If you can accept that role and take that role, sure, I'll bring you back. But you wanting a max contract? Because unfortunately, your defense has left you. It has. It's spurty at times, but not consistent enough.
And that's the only thing that I was holding Clay accountable for right there. I was like, well, his offense is maybe not that, clicking, but his defense is still good. I got nothing with Clay right now. That game where he was an offer was just like, that's the defining moment right there. That was horrible.
But yeah, we can talk about the words in the offseason. Let's go back to the ones that are still playing.
Yeah, indeed.
Well, I mean, you brought the whole mic.
I know. Hey, y'all got a better future than I do. I'm just sitting here in limbo. No draft pick to do anything. High contract. But hey, Kobe White got his 40-something points that don't count. Yeah,
quote unquote.
Anybody want a shooting guard? Can't even dunk as much anymore.
Anyhow, the Oklahoma City Thunder are definitely not
that young man is the MVP.
A playoff inexperience as Shea Gilgeous-Alexander puts up 33 more points.
That young man's the MVP.
As the Thunder
don't do it to him.
As the Thunder rout the Pelicans 124-102. Here's the thing. It's bad for the Pelicans when Jonas Valanciunas is your leading scorer in the game. That's
ouch.
Yeah.
No, supposedly Brandon Ingram, supposedly got a rib shot and couldn't come back. So,
well, he came back in the game, but he was ineffective. He finishes 5 of 18 for 18 points. Jones at 18, Valanciunas 19, C.J. McCollum at 15, Murphy at 8, Marshall lets it off the bench. But once again, Holmgren 26, Jalen Williams, another Santa Clara Bronco, had 21, SGA 33, Giddy 33, Dort had 15. As the Thunder shot 59% from the floor. You shoot a high percentage like that, you normally win games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'm just going to continue to say it. Like I said in the beginning when we did our NBA show and our midseason show, and we asked who the MVPs was, and I said Jokic, Embiid at the time, and I said SGA.
Yeah.
Now we know what happened. We know what happened with Embiid. Okay, so I can't wrap my mind around who can replace Embiid. But right now, it's coming down to Jokic and SGA, and they better not disrespect this young man because he's been balling.
Oh, they're not. But I'm gonna tell you this: they owe Jokic, and I'm gonna tell you.
You talking about that Embiid year? You talking about the year that Embiid got it?
And it's not that Embiid.
Oh, Dugan. No, I'm gonna say this because Embiid was owed that one because the year before Embiid was dominating, and he should have won it that year. They gave it to Jokic, so it flip flopped. No. I'm
gonna tell you what.
I am not about to. Hey, look here, and this ain't no Homer shit because we know I'm a Sixer fan.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you this. Ultimately, Embiid won it, but I'm gonna tell you what the narrative was that a lot of people had on Jokic, and he kind of let it go. But they were all mad at him. They didn't want him to win 3 in a row because it's like, oh, Larry Bird won 3. What has he done he hasn't won a championship? He hasn't done all this. So some of the media already had it in their mind frame, but they're not giving Jokic that 3 in a row because he hasn't gone into the NBA championship. He didn't do anything.
Oh, and why that's should that matter?
I agree with that. Right. And I know that. And I definitely know that. But that's why I said that the year before that they should have gave it to Embiid, not the year that Jokic won it, because Jokic was killing it. Okay, let's be honest. It was down to Jokic and Embiid both of those years, but Embiid was a more dominant that year. You cannot tell me.
And I would say this. And so what happened was, and gratefully, this is why I say I have no problem with Embiid winning. Jokic basically, and we all know where it happened when it was supposed to be Embiid versus Jokic in Denver.
He took that night off.
He took that night off. But you know what? Jokic also said, hey, during the rest of the run, I'm not caring for this, because he was preparing for that final run. Embiid had it. And that's why I say I have no problem with Embiid winning, because Jokic is like, I'm not worried about that.
Yeah,
and so
I agree. Don't disagree.
And Embiid, and I'm not knocking. It's not Embiid you deserve, but that's why I'm saying this is because that narrative that y'all all had that he couldn't win 3 in a row just because he didn't win an NBA title yet. No, don't give me that.
Bullshit. Which is bullshit. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's bullshit.
Just because only Larry Bird did it, he had a no. You had it in your mind already, and he kind of just like skip it. So that's why.
What does those 3 letters represent, though? This is what I hate about how they vote. What does those 3 letters represent? The most valuable player. Not about if he didn't win the chip or this and the third. Who is the most valuable player to their team? Clearly that year, we saw it because, again, what? Did he get hurt that year? Of course, Embiid gets hurt every year. Just like this year. We saw what, even though on one leg, he is still willing to wait to score damn near close to 40 points. I don't like how they vote the MVP. And I know somehow they're going to give it to Jokic again so he can have that. And they're going to disrespect what SGA is doing. That's
no, I don't think they disrespect, because I really do think he's going to be second. The people that are really going to be mad are Luka fans, because they're training up to hear him. But I was like, nah, Luka ain't wrapping up.
Luka ain't been doing what Jokic and SGA has been doing. Luka just has those one. He'll have that game, and you're like, damn, Luka out there balling. And then it's like a couple of weeks, you're like, where's Luka? And then he'll have that ESPN moment, like, oh, there's Luka. You always hear about Jokic. You're always hearing about SGA. Just look what the young man did tonight.
Yeah, no, SGA. Like if SGA won, I have no problem with it. I'd be happy because, like I said, real basketball fans know. Shoot, he should have been in LA. Everybody knew when that trade happened. It's like, yep, the Thunders did it again. They're just gonna build around it. He was patient. He was always doing this. If you're a real NBA fan, you've been knowing SGA was about to do something. Just like I told y'all the last time. That boy's about to lead Canada, and US got a problem. He is a leading person for Canada that you better watch out for. But anyway,
I bet the Clippers wish they had him now. I'll tell you that.
You damn right they wish they would have had his ass right now. That's but that's anywhere though. When somebody goes and get a breath of fresh air, it's always that way.
I mean, that was just development. That was developing. That's all. He just sat there and developed, got his game going, take the 15 wins, 20 wins. Like you said, you're with the right organization that knows how to draft well. Presti's getting the right talent around you, everything going. This is why I kind of like this team, because it kind of reminds you of the Warriors a little bit. It's all homegrown. It's all built. So it feels even more special when you actually win it. Their real problem is you have too much talent that you're going to have to really get rid of some players just because you can't afford to keep all of them.
But that's a good thing, though. You gonna spend your money, but it's a good thing.
Yeah. Go 11 deep. You really go 11 deep because you got that much talent. And then on the back end, you got all these draft picks in the world. And it's just like, I don't need to draft as good anymore. What do I do? I mean, they're just set. If they do not win a championship in the next, I'll be nice, 10 years. I should say 5, but I'll say 10 years.
Well, so you being real gracious with that one.
Yeah, I am, because really you got to capitalize on this now.
Yeah, especially being a 1 seed.
I'll say 5 to 8 years. If you don't capitalize on this with all that, with all your talent, all the picks you got, all your trades you can do, swap, get some veterans, then I'm gonna look at Pressy like, come on now. It was one thing with KD and you know Harden, all them. Like, come on now, you got this. I know it's small market and everything, but players will come to small markets if they know they can win. Hell, players
It's
came
true.
to San Antonio. Players came to San Antonio to win. Players came to Cleveland to win.
Because
It can
LeBron.
happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
Well,
it
it
can
depends
happen.
on where your star player is. Whoever's it, if you got somebody that's like you think you can get, and that's in any sport. Look where everybody wanted to go to play with Tom Brady because Tom Brady was winning. It was almost guaranteed that if you played with Tom Brady, you were going to get a ring. Same reason why everybody came to Tampa Bay. Your chances to win is if you were with Tom Brady. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's 100. That's 100%.
So we
So
already know.
go ahead.
I was gonna say we know about the Thunder. We know that the real question is what the Pelicans about to do.
Mm.
They're the ones that you got to really kind of question.
They got to get something more to go along with Zion's talent, and definitely have somebody to be there if he does well when he doesn't stay healthy, because you know that's going to happen.
Isn't that what's supposed to be Brandon Ingram supposed to be?
Well, that's supposed to be Brandon Ingram and CJ McCollum.
CJ, I feel like is more like a point guard. I know he's shooting, but he's more just your third option. This is where Brandon, you
Yeah.
know, you know, Brandon, you were the star player for that Anthony Davis trade. You supposed to be the one
So
with balling, and yes, you have some signs of it. I know you're trying to look for that max contract too, trying to
so
get that super max. I don't know if you.
no. So is it maybe the reason why the Lakers traded him away is for the situations like this? Because
No,
he had
no,
that good game, and then he kind of had this. He was okay. His percentage wasn't great, but he was decent tonight. But he wasn't the other night.
no. It's the truth, and I know people don't like this. Here's the real reason why Brandon Ingram got traded. One, I'm going to trade you two to get Anthony Davis. I didn't
Fucking
know
right.
Anthony Davis. I didn't know Anthony Davis was going to be. I didn't know Anthony Davis was going to be Mr. Glass, but I'm trading you two for Anthony Davis.
Right. Yeah.
That's one.
Yeah.
Two,
yeah.
LeBron James is also looking at you. Get me Anthony Davis and get me a big up in here that knows what to do, because that's how I always function. I'm basically the same thing as Brandon Ingram. So yeah, let's trade it out, because the Lakers usually have a history of getting good centers. That's in there. That's part of the formula of the Lakers.
That is part of their DNA. They will have a good center on their in their organization. I don't think they have one now.
Well, I'll give Anthony credit this year. I don't know whether.
Well, is he? I thought he was more forward center.
He wants to be a forward. That motherfucker's a center. I don't give a damn what you think you are. You're a center. Just accept it. Just like everybody else, you're a center. Yes, we know that is. Yes, he is. He is Mr. Glass. But for this year, he wasn't Mr. Glass. He actually got a body cast and got some, some.
Whoa. They go give him those starting percentages, but let's just think about the games that he did not finish because he got hurt. Okay, all you got to be on the floor to get the start. But he did not finish a lot of games. Now he missed a few. He played, but he didn't finish a lot of games.
Hey, it's better than he didn't even play the game. Oh man, look, all those games where my back would have tweeted out. Oh, my back kind of hurt. Even though I've had those back spasms, that boy would have been out for 5 games. Not in this league anymore. You want to be out for 5 games, you ain't getting this money. Oh, you know what? My back's hurting a little bit, but I think I can go ahead and get some icy hot on that, warm that up, and get back on that game next day. Yeah, that's what I thought.
The ejections is just taking on another level.
Whatever he got back on that court that next day. Any other time, I'm about to be out for about 4 or 5 games, and let me see y'all in that 5th game. Where are we at? Oh, we're on the road. Yeah, I'll wait.
I'll definitely give AD credit this year. He did show durability this year.
Yeah,
and what sucks for the Lakers is that when that man is on, he is on. I just don't know what goes. So here's the question, Steve: Is it Darvin Ham?
No, I mean, yeah, it's hard to say because I don't think you could. I'm gonna say it's hard to coach LeBron, and I'm putting LeBron at 80. It is hard to just coach that superstar talent. It's rare to be like a Phil Jackson. I'm not gonna say it wasn't totally Eric Spoelstra. It's hard to be a Pat Riley. It's hard to be a Greg Popovich, where you got established and the stars have to listen to you. The Lakers haven't had a coach where I got more power than you since Phil. And the reason why Phil was able to kind of pull that is because I got 6 rings from Michael. Who you coming to talk to? Every player had to kind of bow down to that. Right now, Darvin Ham, what do you got? Frank Vogel, what do you got? There's no coach that can really tell LeBron what you're doing because shit, some of these damn coaches were playing when LeBron was playing. Shit. He can look at you like, motherfucker, Darvin Ham really was be truthful. Well, I was beating your ass while you were in Detroit. What the fuck you gonna tell me? It's just the truth. Now I bet you Greg Popovich is up in there. I know what to tell you because I beat your ass. You right, Pop. I'll shut up. Pat Riley, what you gonna do? Oh, you ain't taking that day off after All-Star weekend and do everything else. Get your ass over here and start playing. Oh, I'm a little tired, and you got all this. This is you. It's hard to find that coach. There's really, you can tell me.
No, I don't think LeBron likes, or I don't think LeBron likes authority because, again, look at it this way: because Paul Silas, the late Paul Silas, God rest his soul, very established a player, long career, damn good coach, got fired.
I like Paul Silas. I really like Paul Silas.
Okay, Mike Brown doing great things in Sacramento.
Celebrating beating the Warriors and then couldn't pull the trigger the next game. Okay.
My bottom line is he's bringing back respectability and winning back to Sacramento that they haven't had since Rick Allen. That's what I mean.
Respect.
That's what I mean.
Respect.
That's what I mean by that. Okay.
Yeah, respect.
Once LeBron James realized he could not control Miami like he did in Cleveland because, again, Pat Riley is in charge and let it be known, hey, we're doing it this way, my way. If you don't like it, get out. Okay? He saw what the 2014 San Antonio Spurs did. The Spurs shot lights out in that series. And I mean, one of the greatest things you ever saw. LeBron's at the free throw line. And I don't know who's coming back in for the Spurs. I want to say it was Danny Green or someone from the Spurs. LeBron saw that person come back in, and you instantly see LeBron leaping. And if you can read his lips, he was like, shit, because somebody came back in from San Antonio. I remember like it was yesterday. So, I mean, to the point is, if LeBron can't be coached, then, I mean, what puppet master are you going to find? Because, again, this has to be blamed, and the blame has to be put on Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka. It has to be.
It
has to be.
Agreed.
I mean, like I said, the only one that I think he's going to respect is Ty Lue. That's the only one he respects.
If that.
I was saying, even then, I was like, it's just because Ty Lue was the one when David Black was over there, which who knows why the hell they fired him. So I take that back. I know why Cleveland hired David Black. They hired him before they knew they were getting LeBron. He was supposed to teach the youngsters and everything else, and that was the right idea. Who knows?
Didn't he have a good record?
But that's what he was hired for. And then you got
didn't he have a good record when he got fired?
European coach. I think he did some G League, but he was there to teach the youngster. He was there to teach the young. And even then, you get LeBron, you got a 60-something win, but he wasn't ready for like the NBA. Like not the way LeBron was about to bring that thing. LeBron came and it changed everything. And then all of a sudden, you got LeBron there. Then you get to trade for Kevin Love over Andrew Wiggins, who was supposed to be there. Remember, that went from a young Cleveland team with 2 number 1 picks, back-to-back years, doing this and that, to LeBron James, Kevin Love, and you're an instant title contender. He wasn't ready for that.
But what did that remind you of when they fired the guy you were talking about? Did that remind you what's going on in Milwaukee?
That makes it worse because I hate to say it. Doc Rivers has more resume than Tyronn Lue, and really, I don't know what to tell you, Doc. You better take Kevin Garnett. Anything is possible.
Going back to David Blatt, coached a full season for the Cavs, 2014-2015, got to the finals. They were 53-29.
Lost to the Warriors.
Okay. The year that Cleveland won, and I'm pretty sure he got a ring, he was fired halfway through the season. So he coached half a season.
Right?
He coached half a season before Ty Lue took over. Cleveland's record when they fired him half the season, they were 30-11.
Yeah.
That's a 73%. That's winning 73% of your games.
Well, at least they won the finals that year. But what the Bucks have done is totally. They about to get bounced. I'm sorry. They about to get bounced.
But that's not going to be a surprise to anybody because everybody was picking Indiana because they just can't handle that running game.
Well, it's not that. It's Doc Rivers. It's Doc Rivers. That's the reason why.
That's the real question is this going to be a bad sign on Doc? Because even though it's rookie coach, he was 30-13, but you could tell the team wasn't responding to him. They weren't doing anything. So they made that change. And because Doc was a little consultant, we'll take Doc in. Yeah. I mean, Doc, if you take away his Boston years, look at Doc's real record. He's just an average playoff coach. I shouldn't say average. He'll get you far in the playoff. But in Orlando, you didn't get much. Even though
don't be up 3 games to nothing or 3-1 because you're not going to win. You're not going to win that one game.
Sounds like another head coach in a different sport when he doesn't have a certain somebody playing that one position.
Oh, we're talking about the coach that has a job right now?
That is correct. That got cock blocked by his former owner to where he couldn't even get an interview.
That was petty. That was petty as fuck. I don't care what nobody said. That was fucking petty.
Wait, hold up. What coach we talking about? Who we talking about?
Belichick.
The hoodie.
Oh, the hoodie. Oh, the hoodie. Oh. Well, the hoodie, I mean, you have a long track record with a starting quarterback. I mean, we all know in the NFL, it's mostly about that talent nowadays. If you were talking about the 60s and 70s, that's when coaching was good. Once free agency start hitting up, it's kind of hard to say anything anymore. Look, even I got to admit, Bill Walsh was great, and he left out right on time. George Seifert picked up the pieces, and then eventually George had to go.
God, I couldn't stand.
And Steve Mariucci did a good job, but free agency hit. Jim Harbaugh built up a team. Pretty much, we can't handle your loudness for only so long. Good luck, Chargers, on doing that.
I still say Mariucci was wrongfully fired because, I don't need to get on.
That's ownership.
Yes,
Dub.
that was on Dr. John, not Jed yet. That was on Dr. John.
Dub. Most of the coaches, if they leave our organizations, I hate to say it is because of ownership. I won't say George, but Steve was
No.
You want
George
George
Seifert was kicked to the curb because why you gonna kick someone to the curb after his team goes 12-4? Because George Seifert's last team in '96 went 12-4. Now, granted, this is when Brett Favre was our daddy, and the Packers just kept ending our season in the cold and rain in Green Bay. But Eddie D kicked George Seifert to the curb. I mean, heck, Eddie.
Okay.
If it wasn't for Carmen Policy and John McVay, Eddie D would have fired Bill Walsh.
Big time. Big time.
After Super Bowl 19.
Especially, I'll get it because
After Super Bowl 19, Eddie D made Bill Walsh the GM, and that's when they were losing to the Giants in the playoffs, and they got upset by the Vikings in '87 when Anthony Carter caught everything known to man against us in that divisional playoff. He wanted to fire Bill Walsh after that game, and Carmen Policy said, "Eddie, are you fucking nuts?" So they took off the GM tag, and Carmen Policy became the GM, and Bill got one before he went out, even though Bill said he regretted not coming back for another year. He felt like he retired too soon. But, I mean, heck, when your last game you win the Super Bowl, that's kind of a way that you want to go out.
Yeah.
But
so I get it. Like I said, ownership. So, but Doc, I'll put him back to Doc. Like, Doc, take your boxing out. Like, what have you really done? And you've had the talent. I'll be nice and not count your Orlando days. I'll be nice and not count those. That's not totally your fault. You guys were supposed to get you did get Grant Hill. You were supposed to get Tim Duncan. You were supposed to get these guys. It didn't happen. But
Vince Carter.
Grant Hill is not your fault because everybody would have gave Grant. That's just injury. Hell, he's the biggest as me being a Tar Heel. I feel like he's the biggest tragedy of injuries. Grant Hill would have been.
Oh yeah, he is definitely the biggest what if because Grant Hill was on his way to just superstardom and being very iconic because the way he came into the league and just was taking the lead by a storm. Well, all you can say is just wow. So it's amazing.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say tomorrow's slate on this Thursday, also the same night as night one of the NFL draft, to which, by the way, we will be tomorrow open forum during night one of the draft on the Mizzle and Dub show. So if you'd like to come on and talk about what your team should do when it comes to their draft pick, if you liked your draft pick, didn't like your draft pick, please come on. It's an open forum show. Wear your team colors. Only thing we ask is that one, you have clothes on. And
wear a shirt.
And number two,
wear a shirt, damn it.
Please don't be belligerent and slur your words. Like I said, we want to talk football with you guys. We want to talk about if you liked your team's draft pick or not. That's the Mizzle and Dub show tomorrow during the draft. As we talk about night one of the NFL draft. But on the slate tomorrow, Game 3 in Orlando. Cleveland and the Magic in Orlando. First time in a long time. Playoff basketball returns to Orlando, Florida. They got Orlando -2.5. Game 3 in Philadelphia at the Wells Fargo Center between the Philadelphia 76ers and the New York Knickerbockers. And in the nightcap in Los Angeles, the Denver Nuggets looking to make it 11 straight wins over the Lakers.
Go Nuggets.
And be up 3 games
Go Nuggets.
to none.
Go Nuggets.
Steve, how do you see Game 3, Cavaliers and Orlando?
Yes.
You know, this is one of those series. I hate to be mean to them. Like, this is hurry up and just finish off the series. But you know what? I want to give Orlando some love. I feel like Orlando going to get home, get some home cooking. They're starting to figure out what this playoff is because they're just getting ransacked because ain't none of them really been in the playoff. So now maybe they get that home cooking, the home fans cheering them up. I'm gonna give Orlando this one. It's gonna be a close one, but this is their one that they get. I'm going with Orlando. I'll give the home team finally come in, feel that love, that Orlando sunshine. I know being out in that bum ass Cleveland City, all cold and nasty and everything, probably wore them out. So now you get that Florida sunshine in there. Probably got some of them Florida hoochies getting on you, buying some freak nicks and everything. And hey, we'll just give them some love. Orlando got that.
Well, he totally just answered my question because I was going to ask you, who did you think out of the teams that are down 0-2, who would get their first win? And so you already picked Orlando. For me, I'm still going. I think Cleveland. It's almost like you just said. It's the hurry up and get it done. I think Cleveland is going to go out there and handle business. I think Cleveland wants to. You possibly might get a gentleman sweep. I don't see Orlando possibly winning this one. Maybe, But it's yeah. I think Cleveland is just gonna handle business.
I put it like this: if Cleveland wins Game 3, Orlando just don't even pack up. Just let them go, so you can go ahead and go 1-2-3 Cancun. That's
Catch the
why
boat.
I figured
You already home. Catch the boat. You
yeah.
home.
So that's it. If we're gonna do a gentleman's sweep, this is where you get your gentleman's sweep. Hey, you got to go back to Cleveland for a little bit, but hey, if not, then y'all might as well stay home and just enjoy that Florida sun.
Yeah.
All right, the next one you said, the real leagues of New York and Philly. Oh man, it really. I hate to say this. This whole series is going to be dependent on Embiid, and I really don't think Embiid can do it. I think he's playing at 50%. And if
I think less than that. I think less than that.
And if he plays the same way he's playing now, where he's not really going on the inside, granted, your outside game is great. You're doing all this. New York, oh God, I hate to say it. New York has already found a way to kind of stop Philly. Now, maybe you get some a sighting from Tobias Harris. Maybe you guys use, like you said, Buddy might maybe show up, or anybody else.
It'd be nice.
Anybody else, but if it's looking the way it's looking, New York, they're feeling that love. They're feeling it. They're going, because even Jalen Brunson on a bad game.
In both games, he's had bad games. Both games, he wasn't efficient, and they still pulled it out.
And guess what? And technically, I kind of forgot. This is a homecoming for some of these Knicks players. This is, as I heard once before, they got banners up there more than some of the Philadelphia 76ers. And I hate to say that, because I'm pretty sure one of those banners came at our expense.
I'll just say what goes on with this game is they got to rebound better. Especially that was clearly what happened in Game 2. Hartenstein was just out there just grabbing rebounds like a madman. And so they have to find a way to get the rebounds and eliminate the Knicks getting those offensive rebounds, because those offensive rebounds turn into 3-point shots. And
who do Philly have? They're used to Embiid. Who do they got that's gonna go down there and go get those rebounds? Because the Embiid's like, I ain't messing around there. That would mess my knee up. Who's doing it?
They might have to alter this lineup a little bit. They might have to get Paul Reed in the starting lineup some way, somehow. And I know they want to use Paul Reed in when the second string is out there, but they might have to find a way to put another rebounder out there. And I'm kind of over the Tobias Harris playoff experience, because this man will give you a damn good game and then he'll damn disappear. And he's atrocious at 3-point shots. Like, it's either on or when he's on, the 3-point shot looks good. But when he's off, that man don't hit shit.
But the other side of the ball.
You know what he does? He hits that cookie crumble.
Exactly. But I'm going to have to agree with Dub. I believe Dub said this on our last show, is that he said the role players will have a good game, because role players tend to have good games when they're at home. So our bench might have a good game, but missing DeAnthony Melton is huge. I've been the last 2 games, I was always saying that I need a big game from him, not knowing that he wasn't playing. Him not playing with the second squad is huge. But I'm going to be a fucking homer, and the referees are going to give us this goddamn game because they owe us one, because they missed a lot of shit on the last shit in Game 2 with Tyrese Maxey. So the referees will give us Game 3.
You know what? As much as I feel like the Knicks are gonna get, I'm gonna ride with you. You're gonna get this home game, some home cooking. Refs are gonna do something. Even though I'm still talking about the Villanova, but I'm gonna ride with you. I'm gonna say Philly gets this.
No, you know what? I smell what you're cooking with the Villanova, because it's a lot of Villanova in this series. A lot of Villanova, and it's home cooking, and they're coming home. But I just believe with the 2-minute report that came out and the grievance that the Sixers are filing with the NBA, the league is going to give this game. Now the Knicks might win Game 4, but I believe the Sixers are going to get this one.
Game 3, that's what I'm saying. You're going to get Game 3. I'm going to give it Game 3 for Philly because after they get home, get some cheesesteaks and everything else, and the Villanova boys, they come in Game 4. I have no problem with Villanova. It's just that one. We had the shot. We had it. It was there. And
Steve.
That's all right.
Steve, I had my credit card out. I was on the phone with Dub. I'm like, I'm about to order this damn T-shirt, at the moment I'm saying I'm ordering this T-shirt, and I said, Dub, I damn near going to get a hood. What the fuck? Put my credit card away, and I was pissed off. Am I lined up? Was
my brother-in-law?
He was like,
so you ready for those crying faces? Like,
He went from excitement to damn near tears. In the span of
I was tears. I was like, tear up the Michael Jordan tear faces. I was like, my brother-in-law hit me out. I was like, I was like, I didn't even want to watch highlights. I can't, but just hit me up with the tears.
Bro, it was a big man that hit that damn shot though too, and I'm like, why? We should have been full court press. None of that shit. Okay, Warwolves.
Back to the pros. Back to the pros.
Warwolves.
All right, and in the nightcap, the Lakers daddy.
You already know who I'm picking. If anybody ever seen the movie Be Cool with Cedric Entertainer and Andre 3000, remember when he had the gun and he was on the thing and he accidentally shot it? He's like, I don't know why you give me a gun. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna say, you already know who I'm picking. Steve and Deb, y'all can talk about this game.
As a backup Laker fan, and now there are going to be some home cooking over there because I'm pretty sure you guys all heard the stats now. The Lakers get all these calls. They're like 900 something calls in their favor, and the next person is like 600 something. I still like Denver. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll turn the conversation back again. Dugan.
I trust their role players more than I trust the Lakers.
Dugan, the Lakers were up 20.
I know. Hey, here's that. As I told you about Oklahoma City Thunder, I will say this: I love Denver's the same way. I love how their team built everything. It's Denver. I'm gonna be real. It's Denver. They're now, like I said, the Lakers might get this, got some home cooking, maybe role players feeling better in that LA sunshine. Just like I said, Orlando, you want those Orlando's hoes? Well, we know those LA hoes are a lot better than Orlando hoes, and we damn well know you fly them out there. Everybody flies out to the Lakers.
I hate you right
I don't know where the club is. I don't know where the club is in the Staples Center or wherever it is, but I know that club is there. I know they there, and I know every one of y'all know where it is. So, and that thing, they gonna be there. They gonna get some home cooking. You know what? And guess what? I'm gonna say this. Let me be real. You know, I'll give it to the Lakers because guess what? Denver also is gonna enjoy those LA hoes because they've been slapped up in Mile High City, being cold. It's nice and warm. It feels good. We can. Our Denver hoes are trying to fly out to LA hoes. So now they got to try to figure out who they got to figure out. No, my Denver hoe needs to stay over here. I got this LA hoe. They fighting Denver. That's what Denver gonna be confused on. They trying to figure out what hoe they got because it's nice and sunshine. So they gonna mess up for one game because it's out there, sunshine shake. They stay out there. They go to the beach. They might even go visit. Oh wait, the Clippers are gone. Damn, we'll take the Clippers hoes and we'll go ahead and take those hoes and I'm gonna give it to LA because they get that one game. It's nice. Enjoy it, and then Denver will remember who they are. Lay the smack down on them and keep it going. So Denver is just enjoying the LA sunshine because they've been cooped up in Colorado, even though I'm pretty sure the sun's been out, but it's still a little cold. They still might get a little, they can still smoke their weed. You can still bring your weed. It's all good. In fact, they're probably getting better weed. So that's what they really going to be smoking on. So they're going to be high and fucked up. LA got it. That's the only reason why I'm giving it to you. It has nothing to do with basketball. It's all the other stuff.
Well,
I'm an asshole.
no. This is our goddamn show. You speak freely.
I know.
But I'm not gonna do anything Southern California. Everybody knows how I feel about Southern California sports teams. The only thing I care about Southern California is my family that lives down there. So Denver go come and tap that ass. The Lakers seem to just have an issue when it comes to it. I could never pick LA, even if I know there's a chance for them to win. I'm never gonna pick LA. Maybe if there's money on the line.
I understand.
Maybe if there's money on the line, I'll pick LA to win. But there's no money on the line with this one. Jokic is just gonna come in here and get a triple double. It's gonna happen. Jamal Murray is gonna kill it, and Porter is playing tremendous basketball. Even though what's going on with his family right now, I mean, I think his brother's in jail, and his other brother just got banned from the NBA, and he's still out there playing tremendous basketball. So it's bigger. The story's bigger for the Nuggets than it is for the Lakers. So
And don't think
when that locker room comes together, because you know they're playing for Porter. See, that ain't nobody gonna talk about this. But as us being fans of any sport that we follow, you know when the locker room is like this, and if one brother is having an issue, that locker room is going to band together, and they're going to make sure that brother is comfortable if he's there. And we already know how Denver is. That locker room is tight.
And don't think Jamal Murray is going to shoot 9 for 24 again.
That's not going to happen again. No.
He's due to have a good shooting matchup. He's due to have a good shooting night because we know Jokic is going to, get up out of bed and be like, you know what, I'm going to get one. That's just who he is. So, Steve, I will ask this question. Should the Lakers get swept again by the Nuggets? If you are Genie Bus, if you are Rob Pelinka, how much of this do you break up?
What can you really break up? You ain't got nothing to do. Now we know how LA is. Their magic formula is getting stars and getting this, but who's really out there available? All the free agents are almost signed. All you got is future draft picks. There ain't much. This is where I almost wish the Lakers take the formula what the Knicks did. Sometimes just build your team up. Stop always trying to get superstars to come and stuff like that. I know that's hard.
They don't know how to do that.
Until a GM finally sat there and did it. They don't know. And I would take us like, if you take the right approach and build a team, and all you Knicks fans get this star, we gotta get this person. Even Stephen A, I love you. You weren't really pulling for Jalen Brunson, or you were talking about you still need another superstar. Oh, if we get this, you ain't saying it now, but here it is. Lakers, build your team.
Yeah, because he wanted Donovan Mitchell. That's what he wanted.
Exactly.
Stephen A was infatuated with Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, and then you're talking about putting those two together.
And now Jalen Brunson's becoming an all-time Knick with that crowd, with the way they embrace him.
Yeah. So what I would
DiVincenzo and Josh Hart.
I would tell Laker fans, build this team. You've already wasted all your build this up. You got some pieces there. Now I also understand it's hard because you got an agent star like LeBron who wants to win. Guess what? I hate to tell LeBron, you signed your contract extension. You're gonna stay. So I don't care what you want anymore. We're going to do this the right way. And if you're around for that, great. You have no leverage anymore. You always say you ain't the GM. You don't want this. What you going to do? You don't have no trade clause or nothing. You signed the extension. So it's all about it. You stay here and let's develop this team. Let's get this. Because last time we listened to you, we got Westbrook over here and we lost everything. Now, granted, Westbrook also, if he would have just taken the role we told him like he's doing in the Clippers, he could still be in a purple and gold. We might be having something. But no, Westbrook had to learn the hard way, just like Carmelo Anthony. Your ass will be out the league if you don't damn adapt. Oh shit, I'm about to be out the league. So I'll go over to the Clippers, and now look what you're doing. Everybody likes what it is. Could have did that in purple and gold, but we still wasted too much damn draft picks. I wouldn't even pick your ass up in the first place. But that's here and there. So Lakers, settle, draft good, develop players. You got the keys in there and everything. Sometimes it doesn't happen overnight. This ain't the Miami Heat teams where you just got 3 superstars and run with it. Not everybody's like that. Not everybody's like Boston where you get all this and go. Sometimes it takes a while. It's okay. Develop the team. Get yourself a good point guard that can help. You don't need the point guard to score. You just need the point guard to distribute. You have your big man, much as I like to call it. Anthony Davis ain't always bad. You have your big man. You got some pieces around it.
Really?
Now you just need that. You just need that secondary scorer that knows how to do a mid-range. Hell, I would almost tell you, even though I don't want him to leave us, get a DeMar DeRozan. Then we'll give you somebody. That's your second scorer right there. Or really, I'll say your third scorer. Because LeBron and AD going to be the thing. You pass out. Here's my little mid-range. I could do this and that. Get a guard that just distribute the ball. That's all you need, a guard. He don't need, in this NBA, a guard that can at least shoot a 3. Because if he goes passing inside, that's all you really need. Develop the team. Keep your draft picks. Here's the truth. LeBron ain't going. If he wanted to leave, he wouldn't have signed that extension. But he likes LA. He's trying to think he still has that Cleveland advantage. No, you don't. Because you came here to sign. You know everything's around here. All your production company, you ain't trying to leave. No, I'm not trying to draft your son either, unless your son wants to be in the second round. Because I don't know what your son's really going to do. Nothing against him. You just was not healthy, and we don't really know what it is. You really should just stay in college. But hey, if you want to develop on the pro level, okay, do it that way.
Okay.
There's nothing against you. You had a heart condition. That's fact. No one knows how you really are. You didn't really have a chance at USC. Go develop. But I guess you want to get paid and go get developed. I can't blame you for that. And I mean, it ain't like you had any problem with money. You have a whole Nike facility. You were going to be able to train and do anything else anyways, but whatever. Go get drafted in the second round, whatever, or the late first round, and we'll see what happens. Anyways, back to the Lakers. Develop your team.
Indeed.
Develop, draft. That's what you need to do. Don't work. Ain't nobody else going nowhere. Ain't nothing else. Everybody signed up. Develop the team. All you got to do is go look at Minnesota. Okay. Really, I'm not even going to say that because that's a low market team. Go look at New York. Look what they did when they kept everything. They didn't sign this 3-4 years. They signed the right players. Look what they're doing now. That's all you have to do.
Yes. In
In fact, if you were smart, go get Jerry West from the damn Clippers. Why you got that boy over there like he's Elgin Baylor ain't there anymore. He left there. If it was Elgin over there, I understand why he was hooking up with his boy. I got it. Elgin ain't there. What the fuck you doing over there in Clipperland? Boy, get your white ass back over here with the Wolf and come help our team get glory and go get another 5th or 6th ring with us. That's what Jeannie need to do. Jerry, why the fuck you over there? Get your ass back over here and come help this team.
The passion. The passion.
Yes, that is passion indeed. So Cleveland, Orlando, that's at 4 p.m. on NBA TV. 4:30 p.m. Sixers, Knicks on TNT. Lakers, Nuggets at 7 on TNT. That is the Thursday slate. On the Friday slate, Game 3, Indiana at the Fieldhouse against the Bucks. Dallas at home against the Clippers. And Phoenix at home, down 0-2 against the Minnesota Timberwolves. So playoff basketball excitement, playoff basketball galore coming to you full-fledged here on the Mizzle and Dub Show. But real quickly, in the quest for Lord's Stanley Cup, tonight's slate, the Bruins take a 2-1 lead as they beat the Maple Leafs 4-1. In overtime in the Wayne Gretzky Cup, the Kings beat the Oilers 5-4. And the Golden Knights, in defense of their Stanley Cup title, go up 2-0 on the Denver Stars, winning by a final score of 3-1. And we're going to quickly recap in the world of Major League Baseball. Cardinals salvage 1 against the Diamondbacks 5-1. Mets salvage 1 against the Giants 8-2. Yankees beat the A's 7-3. Orioles beat the Angels 6-5. Red Sox shut out the Guardians 8-0. Brewers beat the Pirates 3-2.
Oh, he has frozen again.
In Southern California beat the Nationals 11-2. And the Rays beat the Tigers by a final score of 7-5. So that is that in the world of sports today for this Wednesday. But again, join us tomorrow, night 1 of the NFL draft. It'll be an open forum show. So again, wear your team colors. Come on, let's talk some NFL. Talk about the draft. Talk about
you
picks,
free, Dugan?
Might get traded. Might not get traded.
I might. I don't know what the work schedule. So if you guys are on, I'll text y'all. I'll let you know if I can join in. Dub, I got a quick question. I've seen different reports, and I'm just being lazy. The Niners got a first round pick, or we don't have one? I thought we had one.
You guys do. You're
They're 31st.
30th? Yeah, let's say
yeah.
You're in the Super Bowl.
I thought we had a first. I saw something that said we didn't have a first round pick this year. I'm like, wait a minute.
Clickbait.
I think we're done with that trade.
They
Lance
want
trade.
no.
I think we got a first round.
They want about Brandon Ayuk.
Yes.
That's what.
They're asking for a first round pick for Brandon Ayuk, and I'm like, he's not even the number one fucking wide receiver. So why would they be asking for number one? That is ridiculous.
But they have one first round pick, a second round pick, a third round pick.
That's what I thought.
They have four picks. They have 4 picks. They have 3 picks in the 4th round, 1 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th.
I get it. I know we're building for the draft. Don't worry, Raymond. I just asked a quick question. You're fine. Your Raiders are gonna try to trade up for a quarterback. Who knows?
Oh, you said the team I care about. There we go. That's a good conversation.
Yeah, there you go. I just asked this a first round pick. I ain't gonna bore you with greatness and
no. Here we go.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about how teams develop greatness. We'll talk about your Raiders. Hey, as much as I can't knock your Raiders. You got to coach. You got to coach. I got to give him credit. All right.
You know what? I've been excited multiple years with things they have done. Trading Randy Moss, I'm like, damn it, we got a solid number one. That shit went south. They've done some things to where I'm like, AP just gives me that kind of vibe. It's not excitement, it's a vibe. It's every time he opens up his mouth, it's like, do you need me to put a helmet? Do you need me to put a helmet on right now? I got like 5 plays out of me, but I'll put that helmet on.
I can tell you what it is, and you'll really appreciate this if coming from a Niner fan. It gives you that Raider Nation feeling. Even though AP was not like a Raider, it is. You have that aura of the Raiders, that smash mouth, 1978.
The mystique is like the mystique is returning.
Wait. But wait. Let me hit you, and I've said this on the show multiple times, and I'm gonna say it again if anybody's new. What happened the last time we hired a linebackers coach?
He has a bust in Canton, Ohio.
He's an all-time.
Not only does he have the ball, he has one of the best winning fucking percentages in NFL history. And by the way, you go buy his game every fucking year.
For anybody that's maybe 20.
I'm not understanding. You go buy his game every year, and his name is John fucking Madden. That's the last time a Raiders hired a linebacker to be their head coach, a linebackers coach on the organization. Now, do I believe in omens? Yes, the fuck I do. Yes, the fuck I do.
Wait. Wasn't Jack Del Rio a former linebacker coach? I know he was a DC.
I'm talking about within
within
the organization. Jack Del Rio got hired outside of the Raiders. Madden was on the Raiders or in the organization already, just like AP was. That's where yes, but Del Rio was a linebacker who got hired. I'm more speaking of that Madden was already with the organization. Al Davis interviewed him. He was like, Dub, give me the voice. Tell him that you're going to be the Raiders coach. Go ahead and do it.
John, I want you to be the head coach of the Raiders. Lead us to commitment to excellence. Lead us to the championship. And remember, all quarterbacks must go down, and he must go down hard.
Yes. And now we have Mark Davis, which I know he can't do the voice, but it's awesome to. Oh, Flash Media up in the building.
Hello, Mel. How art thou?
Mel.
Flash Media.
Great supporter. And ladies and gentlemen, if you ever watch the A7FL, all those good on-field shots that you see, which Mel gave us a few good new shots this weekend. Last weekend. Spectacular. Appreciate your filming, brother. Definitely do that.
And his first guest appearance on a podcast was on this show, on the Mizzle and Dub show. I'm really laughing at this comment because they really. No, thank you for chiming in, Mel.
No, brother. The appreciation comes your way. Just continue to give us those good shots on the field, man. And yeah, anytime you want to come back on the show and just say shoot the shit, you're always welcome.
And so, what do you say to your aunt that says Del Rio wasn't given enough time? What's your response to that?
I agree to that.
Okay,
I totally agree because number one, he had a step. The only thing that I have a gripe about Del Rio is he kept Carr out there too long at the Coast games. So shout out to me and Pops. We was at that game and we left early because we thought the game was wrapped. And we were at the train station waiting for the train to pick us up. And then we hear the whole crowd just, and the guy walks up to this train station and says, Derek Carr broke his leg. And I'm like, yep, that's our fucking season. So that's the only thing that I have against Del Rio. I believe Del Rio should have had another year to bounce back after that year. But I understand what Mark was trying to do. He was trying to lure John Gruden back to the sideline multiple years while he was with ESPN. So that's what happens when you take over an organization when it's handed to you. You try to build the organization in your mode because if Al Davis was still living, John Gruden would have been walking the sidelines of a Raiders team. So yes, Unc, I agree. Del Rio got the short end of the stick. He should have got at least one more year to try to make up for the year that he had a bonehead moment by keeping Carr out there when the game was in wraps against the Indianapolis Colts.
And there you have it, folks.
Yeah. All right, I suffered enough with this Raider talk. Can we not talk about
Hold on. Don't you speak that blasphemy on this show right now, Dugan. Don't you speak. I sit here and take all this nonsense shit and I give you some bitches credit and you come on here for like less than 5 fucking minutes when we talk about the damn Raiders and you say you can't take this shit? Oh.
I just wanted to see your reaction. I just wanted to see your reaction. That's all I needed.
I'd have been like, you know what? Hey, I want to say, because I'm going to say, Dugan, you can come on the show and talk basketball, but football, I'm not going to take this Niner shit. Bad enough, we got to deal with the shit with him. No, all jokes aside.
When you had me, So you knew when you added me, you were gonna get that. That was a part of the contract already.
Hey, Dub, go ahead and read what my uncle just said. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hold on.
Hold up. Let me see what this is. I know.
Now, mind you, this is my dad's brother. So the same thing that happened that night on that fight.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. I already know what it is. This is your dad. All right. This is the same energy. All right.
His big brother.
All right. I'm gonna be nice. All right, because I know Dub was trying to wrap it up. Raymond, you better tell your uncle. Tell him who I am. You already know. I just want to see.
It's all good. It's all good because no, my dad does appreciate when you and Debo come over because you guys get him to go though. You know what I'm saying? It's good. He only gives you guys that shit because he cares. You know, so
we know. If
he didn't care about you, he wouldn't say nothing to you.
We know why he's doing
it. Him saying "F the Niners" is his way of showing affection.
That was the greatest night ever. That was the greatest night ever.
Oh yeah. Because he knows I'm not backing down.
No, never.
My team
he looks forward to you coming over with your Niner gear so he can say something to it. You know that.
Yeah.
You know that. That's Pops all day.
I came straight up in there. You gonna
shout out to Pops.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pops.
That's why you know it's
real Raider fan.
I already know what this is.
Exactly. So you already know the energy. Go ahead, Dub. Go ahead, Dub. Go ahead and read it.
I don't need to comment. I got it.
So again, tomorrow, night 1 of the NFL draft, the Mizzle and Dub show will be live. Open forum show. We will talk about the draft. We will talk about draft picks. Where will they go? If your team, do you approve of their draft pick or not? Come on in. Wear your team colors. We only ask 2 things. Number 1,
motherfucking shirt.
Please have proper clothing on, number 1. And number 2, please do the best you can to try to speak clear English so we can understand what you're saying. And just come on and talk some football. How many trades will be unleashed here in round 1 tomorrow?
Oh, multiple.
During the NFL
multiple.
Draft.
It's about to get litty. It's about to get lit.
Just come on and join us again. Night 1 of the draft, Mizzle and Dub show, open forum. We will be live on the air talking about this madness that is the NFL draft in Detroit, Michigan.
Oh, brother, let's give a big shout out to Will Franklin that just joined the cast real quick. How you doing, brother?
I'm surprised. I'm surprised Will hasn't said his normal shit yet. I'm just waiting.
Oh well, he just joined, so it's we would have loved if Mr. Franklin was on earlier because I love his content.
He's not gonna stop. That's not gonna stop him from saying it because that's what he does.
Well, he can get his 2 cents in before we end the show. Before we wrap it up.
He kind of did last night. That's for certain.
Oh well, he made his statement well known last night for sure.
But nevertheless, we appreciate everybody for chiming in and watching. Like I said, tomorrow, NFL Draft Special. Come on and join us. But before we go, speaking of Detroit, shout out to the Detroit Lions as they made sure that their 2 superstars got paid and got paid in a very mighty way. Amon-Ra St. Brown gets a 4-year deal for I think it is $112 million. No, I'm sorry, 4 years, $120 million. 77 of that guaranteed. And Penei Sewell, I believe that was Brad Holmes' first draft pick was Penei Sewell.
Oh no shit.
He gets a 4-year, $112 million deal, and 85 of that is guaranteed. So Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell taking care of theirs and looking to build. Like I said, I know Detroit is going to be on fire tomorrow for the NFL draft, coming off a spectacular season where some say they should have won the NFC title game, but they didn't. That's another story for another day. But again, please join us tomorrow, night 1, NFL draft, Mizzle and Dub show, open forum show, talking about the draft. So Wear your team colors. Come on, support your team. Talk
Decked
about
out
it.
the
Like
best
you
color in
expect.
football. I'll be decked out the best colors in football.
Are you going to wear Niner colors? Thank you. How nice of you. I know it's been a long time coming. You're coming to that golden light. It's all right. It's a golden gate. I'm coming from that darkness. You set yourself up. You said you were going to wear the best colors, and you set yourself up. I'm just making sure. I'll come on the show to see that. You got those golden. Oh yeah, it's all right. You can wear like wear the throwback one, the '94 one. There you go, not red. You know, in fact, you can wear the player we both respect. Wear Jerry. Good old red. Got that diamond emblem in there. You remember that one? That's that good one. That was that year Jerry broke that touchdown record. Monday Night Football. Right there in Candlestick about those Raiders. You remember that well. Yeah.
I don't know how we survived
He
being
still
friends
bald
this
before
long.
before you try to make him young again. He trying to wear those braids that he don't need to wear. You remember that?
Hey,
I actually like him.
Hey, you know what? Hey, little cuz. I'm gonna say this. Dub posted a comment on his Facebook page about the new teams that brought out their new uniforms. It was the Jets, Broncos, Texans, and the Lions. Now I said it comes down to the Texans and the Jets. And I said the black jerseys on the Lions was bad. And then I come back and say, I said, let's be real. I'm never going to give those horse teeth bastards any fucking credit. Those jerseys are atrocious and hideous.
With the exception of the 77 Orange Crush. That's about it. But those
yeah, okay. Whatever you say.
Hey, they put the original John Elway logo back on the helmet, so there you go.
If you say so.
I'm just saying, what I saw, that was not an upgrade. That was a downgrade, kind of like the Atlanta Falcons right now with their uniforms. Those are hideous.
Well, they're basically copying our alma mater, so whatever.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Hey, but number one, I will never give the Broncos credit to whatever they do with their jersey. Hell, what they can do is put a big, fat, plastered face of John Elway on the side of their fucking helmets with him smiling with big-ass Gumby teeth. And that could be their fucking uniform. And I wouldn't fucking care. That's whatever. That's just how I feel about that. But guess what? The greatest uniform that has not ever altered, even though your piece of shit organization has altered their uniforms multiple times. Yeah, whatever. My team just sticks to what's great. Simple.
I'm sorry, those silver uniforms. You guys were black and white. I've seen some little alternates. You wear some silver stuff, silver, and then all silver numbers with white pants. Y'all done some alterations.
Yes, Steve, because that's what they wore in the 50s and 60s. We're still sticking to our originality.
Okay, I'm gonna let you have that one since it was black and white TV. We ain't got no proof of that, but okay. All right. I'll let you slide.
Well, I'll say this. I'll say this.
I'll give you that.
Before Al Davis bought the Raiders, they were black, gold, and white, I believe. They were more like the Pittsburgh Pirates colors. Al Davis altered the uniform to what you now see, the iconic of the Raiders.
All right, I'm gonna give you the iconic because I'll give you that because in NFL lore, you guys got the iconic. I even give y'all the NFL theme. That's a nice theme. I'll give it to you. I'll give you that. But I'll still fuck the Raiders. I don't give a damn. I'll give you credit.
Hey, fuck your piece of shit organization too.
Hey, all right, that's what you're supposed to say.
Don't fucking come on my goddamn show and disrespect my goddamn team. Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Don't you dare! And you know what? Keep on questioning for that fucking 6. God damn it! Go ahead.
I've been in the house since I fucked the Raiders.
Hey, you know what? Hey, you know what? Hey, you got the same mutual feeling back because my damn dad said the same damn thing right back. Fuck that piece of shit team in Santa Clara.
Yep.
all day, every day.
That's fine.
I hope you bastards
That's
go
okay.
0 and fucking 21. Yeah, I said 0 and 21. I know you
I
don't
know.
play 21 games because that means
I
you
know.
didn't make it to the fucking
I
playoffs.
understand.
But you know what the fuck I
That's
said.
hey,
I hope you motherfuckers don't win shit.
that's all right.
Damn it.
That sticker was
Shit.
up in that house. And guess what? And you know what I got right now? I believe. I was there. I believe. Did I give up in my faith? I have faith. And you saw that faith in
Hey, cuz,
live and
I already got you.
color.
I already got you, cuz. Fuck the Niners. Now, I got you. You ain't got to do
I
it.
got you.
I'm a good. I will take the bullet for you, cuz. I got you. You stay humble. You say F the Niners, but I'll say it for you. Fuck the Niners. All day.
I'm just in tears right now.
That's all right.
I'm in
They
tears.
can say it all they want.
Because this is
That glory,
this is
the
reminding
glory
me
will
of
come
Mad
to
Dog.
all y'all.
This is
The glory? What glory?
is Mad-
You guys have had your fucking moment. It ain't coming no more.
Oh, it's
It's
coming.
over.
It's coming. It's all there. The light, this light still shines on you, darkness. We'll open arms and bring you into the light. Because you've been in that darkness for so long.
Hey, every squirrel gets a fucking nut every once in a while, but your organization ain't getting that fucking nut. I promise you that. That nut has passed. As long as Kyle Shanahan is your coach, y'all ain't winning the big game. I'm telling you that now. You gonna get there. You may get there. You may get there, but that motherfucker ain't bringing y'all no fucking six Lombardi. Stop questioning for it with him as your coach.
Coming up, Joe Montana. That's all it is. I'm losing to the second, and I understand. We had Joe. I understand it. I gotta accept it. When Joe was there, he beat everybody's ass. I'm just losing to the second coming of Joe Montana. You see this dude twice a year, so you understand that pain. But at least when I'm losing to his ass, I'm going for the championship. You just losing in a regular damn season in October. Don't mean a goddamn thing. I'm playing for the marbles. Boy, don't come with me with that shit. We going for championship.
Well, guess what? Continue to sit on the couch and continue to lose that big dance. Because continue to go ahead and be like, "Yay, we're gonna get there," and then understand that. Oh shit, Kyle Shanahan is our fucking coach.
Like hell.
Kyle Shanahan is our fucking coach. So whatever. Hey, you know what? I applaud. I applaud. Because every time y'all get there, y'all like, yes, this is it. And then guess what? My goddamn Facebook is fucking quiet. And I goddamn love it. And it's going to happen again.
You know what?
Because guess what? I understand it. I understand it. But goddamn it, win that son bitch. Win that son bitch. You didn't have it about how many times can they hand it to you? How many times can they hand it to you? It's over. It's over.
I'm sorry.
As many times as they want to, as long as we get there.
I'm not a fan of this 3-game Super Bowl streak. I'm not a fan of this at all.
No, you're not. Because now you're not. Because you know what the Bills fans feel like.
Because the Bills did not blow 2 10-point leads in the
now we're talking. Now we're fucking talking.
Okay.
Like I said. All right. Now you see the passion that we bring in for football season. This is us just having fun talking some shit.
This is a draft show, folks.
Yeah. This is what we do. I know what Dugan is doing. Dugan wanted the passion out. He wanted the passion out of me, and I gave it to him, and I love it because, like I said, I love when we have a guest to come on the show that bring that out of me because you will never see that with me and my brother. I didn't already have my arguments with him before we did this. Me and him have the ultimate most respect. I have the most respect for Dugan, but I can't do that with my co-host, but I can damn sure do it with Dugan. And I can do it with anybody else that want to come on this show.
This is me trolling him just for the fun.
Exactly. He wanted my goat. He got it. He got it.
This is me trolling.
We've been doing this shit since Solano Community College, ladies and gentlemen, and it ain't changed. It ain't changed.
I get to have fun going to his house, messing with him, and he has to put up with it when we win. He has not liked it, but I've been up there in his house being just so disrespectful. But it's all love because I know one day, actually, no, I don't. It's not going to happen. But in the future, possibly could happen. Where
It's like y'all like getting that
favor
quest for
them
6.
and
I know you were going with that. Wait, hold on. I know you were going with that. Just like you ain't gonna be questing for 6. I felt that. I felt that. I felt that.
I know.
Yeah. I felt that. I felt that.
Okay.
As they would say on any other show, Dub, make sense of this.
We will see you tomorrow live during night 1 of the draft. Open forum, wear your team colors, show your team pride, and let's talk lots of football. But nonetheless, thank you to everybody. I'm not Tony Reale. Nevertheless, special thanks as always to our good friend, basketball insider Steve Dugan, for coming in. Like I said, if you want to come on the show and talk about the NFL draft and who you think your team should draft, or if you like your team's draft pick, again, let us know. Come on, wear your team colors. Again, 2 things we ask: be clothed, no nakedness, and please make sure your words are not slurred, because we want to understand the words that are coming out of your mouth. Nonetheless,
we're not saying that you cannot come on here and have a beverage, but we're just saying don't be over beveraged.
In other words, don't sound like James Brown on Saturday Night Live talking about Sababa Zip-Back. We don't need that. We don't need that. Don't need that. All right. Anyhow, you guys enjoy the rest of your night. You guys be safe. Take care of yourself and each other. You've been watching episode number 191 of the Mizzle and Dub Show, with episode 192 coming tomorrow during the NFL draft. Nonetheless, thank you to everybody for watching. Thank you to our subscribers. We love you all, and
we do it for you.
That very well could happen tomorrow if they don't trade up to get Jane Daniels. What will happen? Let's watch together. Join us.
Stay tuned.
Join us for the NFL draft tomorrow. Anyways, good night to everybody. We love you guys. Thank you again. And and as always, it's 12 o'clock some damn where.
Isn't it?
Here on the Mizzle and Dub Show.
And listen to the great sounds of my son as we ride out.